Okay, well, I wasn't going to produce content today, was I? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this because I've learned not to be joyous or happy or experience life as success. It could look like somebody who's a dental hygienist who just completed a SRP, and the SRP comes back to your chair 6 weeks later and you're like, holy shit, I'll actually do it. Holy shit, I cannot believe how great your gum tissue looks. I am so excited for us. We literally cleaned up your teeth and it looks like you're going to be saving your teeth. That simple exchange between two people is dangerous. Not because I'm a star, because you're fucking all mentally fucking ill. You're not intelligent. This is not, I have 340 followers. I'm here to educate you. I do not give a shit about your feelings. See, most people don't comprehend what it means to have a successful dental perio cleaning and the effort that's been put in, and then to see scientific results from your effort that you put in. To give kudos to the person, even though it was only 6 weeks later. And then they're going to tell me that they're going to cross the line and act like they won some Nobel Peace Prize or some shit. Is that validation? But it's a heightened validation of extremism. So we're living in a world of Muslim extremism. I'm just sitting in some movement of communism or some shit. I'm not real sure how you can't understand that the shit that these people are speaking about is dumb as shit. So the disconnect in human comes in that form. It happens when we go to the grocery stores. Everybody's dealing with it. You just are in la la land and you're brainwashed. So one person cannot change all the way you communicate. Has to be a collective shift in knowing that Monavan's a piece of shit and that the influencers are garbage. Every last one of them need to go back to zero. I've told you this. No more viral overnight. And then people need to go to prison because there needs to be repercussions for Alex Earl showing off her tits and telling us that she's better than all of us. See, she lives in panic attacks. She's in a panic attack right now. You're going to prison. Your boyfriend that you're so in love with is in on this shit. All the dudes that are up to the right shit. And that's always questionable, so never trust anyone. That's why it's everyone's time to be just observant of what people are saying and what they're doing. Understand what I just said? You as a creator is not creative. It's not creator. You're not a creator of shit. You're not a god. You're just a fucking human being with big tits. You're not a god. You got implants in your tits. It's not funny. And that's what it means to hold space for the entire room. Because people are rude as shit and have no fucking clue on how to be leaders. And that's a lesson for a particular person who's learning in their process of leadership. And that's how you command a room. And not out of democracy, it's just commanding a room because you're in charge of the room. Because what you have to say actually makes a difference in the world. And what that person over there says is a fucking prostitute with big set of tits who's just holding up her phone to get a viral video. Too bad if you don't like the way that you're being exposed. It's tough shit. See, the greater good doesn't give a shit about other people's feelings. Understand that, because it's very multi-dimensional and multi-layer. I don't give a fuck what Mona Van thinks. Obviously I don't, because I make content about the bitch every fucking day. So what does she try to do with it? Act like she's Kim Kardashian and getting publicity off of it. That's not the kind of publicity that you want. Then she'll highlight the word want in her head and gaslight you as the audience and make me look like the bad guy? Question? Or are you extremely self-aware to be aware of the awareness of the awareness and the awareness of the room? How much you effing hate the bitch, and you stand strong in your conviction of how much you can't stand her. And how she's a fucking nobody attached to a bunch of people out in Iran who are terrorists against the United States of America. So why can't you highlight and lighten your eyes to see that her mother and father of whoever those people are terrorists? Nima Van, are you a terrorist? Because now they start pointing fingers at people who they think will convince you that they're not terrorists, because she thinks he's going to try to cover his ass. However, it's a bridge to get a social attack, because he's not that strong. Understand that battle, that version of a battle, and then she stands there on her platform with a diamond ring and says, I'm engaged. Whoop-de-fucking shit. Whoop-de-fucking shit. All your shit is stupid. See, I don't think this is Mona Van sitting in front of me right now. I think this is somebody else pretending to be Mona Van, and they take turns by switching out. And I win every fucking time, and they've promised her certain things. So I'm battling the entire Middle East, trying to protect Israel, while she's showing off mocktails. And do not act like she's the victim. No, she's the fucking villain. However, they're protecting that shit because I know how much I fucking hate her ass, because everything she's done is things that she's wanted to do. They basically said, what do you want? Then I'll give it to you. And look at what Gary V finagles in contract to put out while protecting his ethics and morals, while giving her what she wants, whilst protecting his business and standing up for himself. And I want to know within Vayner Nation who's been involved in this shit. And that's what you need to take a look at. So this shit ain't linear. This shit is multidimensional. We all know Joe Biden's involved because she was at the U.S. Capitol. Mona Van was at the U.S. Capitol, folks. Kamala Harris was with Alex Cooper. And Squawk Box Dude was interviewing Alex Cooper. So all they're doing is laying out everything that we need to know to expose their fucking asses, how they're selling your ass upstream so that the Middle East can step in and take your fucking land. And that means the internet, you stupid fucks. Your lives are on the line. I ain't talking to the high-end followers, folks. I'm talking about the real Americans out there, if there's any left. Because that's the shady shit, is you never know, because they jump in front of you and act like you're the